Beck needs to go to therapy. She does. She does. She does. I'm sorry. The insecurities that are oozing out of this girl, the projection because of her insecurities, the deflection, the anger, it's just too much. And I'm not even a Danny fan. Not in the slightest. But if Danny wants to leave this girl, I understand. I do. But before I get into it, please make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, guys. Let's get into this episode. So we are reviewing Married at First Sight Australia, season 13, episodes 17 and 18. It starts off with everybody stunned by Beck's behavior, right? They're like, yo, Beck was really doing the most. Beck, however, feels vindicated. She's like, yeah, I cleared my man's name and we are stronger than ever. Stronger than ever. It's an interesting choice of words because I don't think anybody would agree with you, but that's what she believes. It is not lost on people that Danny wasn't really coming to Beck's defense. He wasn't vocal while she was going on her tirade, right? Somebody else who feels like their partner didn't have their back is Tyson. So Tyson is like, yeah, I mean, everybody was coming for me and you were silent. Don't you agree with what I'm saying? And essentially she's like, yeah, I agree with most of what you're saying, but I'm not going to back up bad behavior. I've already said this and I'm glad that she keeps dropping little hints here and there. Her only issue with his beliefs is when it comes to her femininity. Outside of that, they are on one accord. So do not be mistaken. Although it looks like Stephanie does not side with this man, she sides with this man. She just doesn't like that he sees her as a masculine woman or that she needs to be submissive. If he wasn't saying those things, these two would be two peas in a pod. Fast forward to the commitment ceremony. The new couples don't actually get to decide if they are going to stay or leave. They are forced to stay one more week, so sucks to be them. First on the couch is Tyson and Stephanie, right? So this man is determined to be the most hated man in mass history.
I felt like I had everyone against me, obviously. I felt like Steph didn't sort of support me. I get it, she's a female, like, she probably didn't want to get too argumentative. Talks very pretentious.
Well, that's new.
I'm so sick of her talking down to me like that.
Have you heard how you speak to her? Is she right? Is she too masculine for you?
Definitely not the submissive type, that's for sure.
So a feminine woman would look like what to you?
Just the opposite of Steph.
You're saying, I want to be with someone who will make the relationship all about you, give up their rights.
I'm not saying that.
Well, you are.
I'm not.
I don't know why this man came on the show. Because he obviously sees women as like beneath him. And sweetie, if you want to be one of the boys, be one of the boys. And I'm not even saying that he's gay. I'm just saying clearly you would think that a rag doll would be better than being in a marriage with a masculine woman. You either want a rag doll or you want to be one of the boys because the boys you can respect. You don't respect this woman. You don't respect women in general. The silver lining about all of this is the fact that if anyone was ever considering Tyson as a viable option to date, he has laid out his whole MO for you. If you decide to proceed, then that's on you. And Stephanie, she's like, yeah, I mean, there's all of these upsetting things that he says, but I think there's something that we could work on. So if they were given a decision, it sounds like she would have stayed. So, all right. Next is Stella and Philip. Honestly, there's some couples here where there's really no point in lamenting on them. Stella and Philip, they are falling in love. They decide to stay. Mel and Luke, listen, she says the feelings are not growing. Luke believes that she did not put in as much effort as she believes. I think she has tried more than in the past, but yeah. From the wedding day, it was just a wrap for them too. So yes, they both decide to leave. Alyssa and David say that they're very confused why they became the targets. And they ask the crowd. And essentially, it's just the fact that there's all these rumors going on about Alyssa, but nobody can actually pinpoint exactly what is wrong with Alyssa.
Why do you think people are coming after you?
I don't know, and I would love to know, actually.
I'm genuinely sorry that your name has been brought up. Gia was the one that got her phone and read the messages.
Why are you talking about their relationship?
We shouldn't be talking about your relationship anyway.
But what I don't know is why you're doing that.
I'm not going to sit here and allow just me to be talked like that. And that's
But
what
you're
I
not
said to
answering
Alyssa.
why you're doing it.
Are you jealous?
Everyone is talking in circles. John is trying to get a straight answer. He cannot get a straight answer. Beck says, I wasn't even coming for Alyssa. It was the text. Well, you were coming for Alyssa in those texts. So, girl, be so for real. And then Gia is like, oh, I only hated Alyssa because Beck told me all these nasty things about Alyssa. So you don't have a mind of your own. Interesting. At the end of the day, nobody is able to say what is so bad about Alyssa. So Grayson is like, well, are you guys jealous of their connection? Because they obviously have a really good relationship going on. They don't want to say that it's that either. So what is it? If you're going to have this much smoke for Alyssa every single week, you should be able to back it up somewhat. What's your problem with this girl? What is happening right now in the show that people in the show have an issue with her about? That's what I'm confused on. But anyways, the experts are like, listen, clearly y'all's relationship is going very well. Let's hear your decision. And obviously they decide to stay. Grayson and Julia are next on the couch. She says that she's not feeling that burning desire that they both were looking for. Grayson also says, I don't really think she tried that much. So he and Luke, they're in the same boat. So what's her name? Julia, she's like, no, I really did try. I was trying to, create some rapport, create some, emotional connection, but it just wasn't there for me, right? Then they touch on this whole, would she have been better suited with a woman thing? And what she says, which is interesting to me, was that she doesn't recall saying that the experiment would have been easier with a woman. So that doesn't say that you didn't say it. It's just saying that you don't remember. And it's also convenient that you don't remember. So they decide to leave. Then we have Chris and Sam. They say that they're taking things slow, but things are progressing in a positive direction. So they decide, well, they don't get to decide. They just stay. Rachel and Steven talk about the romantic gestures that they've done for each other. He bought her flowers and did a whole romantic, I'm your chef for the night kind of thing. And she planned a fishing date for him, which he loved. So they also decide to stay. Then we have Gia and Scott. They say that they've gotten really close, really vulnerable. They've spoken about their deepest, darkest secrets. I don't know what they are, but apparently he even knows Gia more than her own family does now. That's interesting. Okay. They decide to stay. Gia also says that the reason why she came for Beck the way that she did is because she felt like she was being bullied. And it reminded her of when she was bullied when she was younger. So that's why she had to fight back. Gia felt like Gia felt like she was being bullied. Right, not Stella, not Alyssa. You are Okay, all right. Either way, she decides to stay with Scott. Juliet and Joel are next. She says that obviously there is a more serious side from Joel that you can't see at the first impression, but even with that serious side, there's no sexual attraction. There's no romantic attraction. There's no attraction, period. Okay. She also says that the perception of her spouse is very important to her. And the fact that a lot of people feel a way about Joel makes her feel a way about him. And in as much as you shouldn't care too much about what other people think, if everybody has a bad taste in their mouth because of your spouse, that's something to think about. Last on the couch is Beck and Danny. And Beck is still here blaming Gia for the problems going on in her relationship. And the experts are like, okay, well, let's get down to business. Did you say what Gia's saying you said or no?
Did you say it's not true or he didn't say it?
He didn't say it. It's not true. I don't know. I'm scared he'll leave me. Don't want to argue with him.
Is it not true or did you not say it?
I didn't say it. It's not true.
Off camera, she tells me, babe, I believe you, but what do I got to do? Then I've got to leave.
She's saying she never said that.
I never said that.
Can I say something? It's a little bit mean, but I'm going to say it because this is my channel and I can do what I want. Beck's cry face pisses me off. It does. I'm sorry. When she... Yeah. It makes me mad. It makes me mad. Okay, sorry. Clearly, these two are saying things to Gia that Gia then throws back at them, and then they are the ones who are suffering at the end of the day. Maybe let's just stop talking to Gia. How about that? And maybe let's start remembering the things that we say to other people because you are going to be held to account at some point. So Beck does admit that she is still angry about the comment. She's angry at Gia, yes, but she's also angry at Danny, but is weary of bringing up that concern with Danny because she feels like he is going to leave her. And he might. And he might. Don't get me wrong, this is an experiment, right? But if this was a real marriage, if you are uncomfortable speaking about your insecurities or speaking about tough things because you feel like the person is going to leave you, then that's not the person for you. It just simply is not the person for you. If you cannot be completely transparent with your partner at some point, maybe not initially when things happen, maybe you need time to process it, but at some point, if you do not feel like you can be transparent because they are going to leave you, then let them leave you. That's not your person. So yeah, now we see why she's taking out all this anger on Gia, because Gia can be a punching bag and it doesn't matter. It's inconsequential. But if she makes Danny her punching bag, he has, the chance of leaving her. At the end of the day, when I look at these two, she's a little too insecure for this process. And this man just don't like her. Like, can we be honest about that? I don't think he likes her like that. I think maybe there was a chance at the beginning, but even the whole excuse of the sexual chemistry thing, I was like, I don't really fully buy it. So they should call it, but they actually decide to stay. That night, Beck and Danny ended up sleeping in different rooms. And when they get back together, she says that everybody was attacking her the night before. And I'm thinking, who was attacking you? Literally nobody was attacking you. It irks me to see people who are like held accountable turn that accountability into, oh my gosh, I'm the victim here. Everybody's attacking me. No, you're insecure. You have a fragile ego. You do not like having to admit that you were in the wrong. And so to make yourself feel better, you have to turn everybody else into the villain. You are the villain here. Nobody attacked you. Literally nobody attacked you. You attacked everybody. Even the new people who've been here for 2 seconds. So don't want to hear that. When it comes to these two, they are just incompatible at this point. If there was anything salvageable, Beck has ruined that. She has burned every bridge. Let this relationship go. The new couples move into their apartments, and as I suspected, they're trying to turn Tyson into this like hard shell, soft inside character. All of a sudden, he's had a change of heart. All of a sudden, he wants to put his all in this experiment. All of a sudden, he just cares so much for his wife, Stephanie, and he wants to understand where she's coming from. And he wants to be more sensitive to her as a woman. And he, please, don't want to hear it. So they get to do because all the new couples are on like a fast track, right, to catch up to the other couples. They do the staring contest, and that like softened him up. Then they do the 3-minute hugging challenge. That also softened him up. And here Stephanie goes, yeah, I do think that we can work on this. Like, I'm sorry. And as much as I look at Tyson as the problem, Stephanie's right there with him. I'm scared of the both of them. The both of them. Then we have an exercise between Chris and Sam. They talk, no. They were supposed to watch each other's audition tapes, but in a panic, Chris is like, okay, well, let me just tell you about the kids because you're going to hear it and it might just be a blindside. So let me soften the blow a little bit. Sam was very receptive. He was like, listen, as a gay man, I do understand how hard it is to have children of your own. And I also have been asked to be a donor dad for a lesbian friend of mine. So I understand that as well. So he's not feeling any negativity with the whole like kids coming thing. I think that he was put in a position to not feel away, right? Because if somebody's saying, hey, I'm doing this noble thing, who are you to be like, oh no, actually, I hate that. I don't want to be with you. Like, that makes you look horrible, right? And number two, as a gay person, he has to quote unquote, like not has to, but to me, it feels as if he's put in a position where he has to be understanding because he does know what the plight is for other gay men or just gay couples in general when it comes to having kids. So yeah, he's saying it's not going to change anything in their relationship, but I think it does. I think it changes a lot. Juliet was shown a video of Joel doing something very peculiar.
Definitely upset.
What are you upset about?
A video popped up of you that my friend sent me. You playing the drums with dildos.
And that bothers you? It's just a bit of harmless humor.
No, absolutely not. And there's nothing wrong with being a quirky person, but like, you have to understand, the quirkier you are, the smaller your dating pool is going to be. And so nobody is surprised that this girl has the ick. She already had the ick, but this is going to make it worse. Like, and he's shocked that she's put off by this. He's shocked that she's put off by this. Then when she was saying like, hey, that's very off-putting, like that's not something I would want a partner of mine to do or whatever, this man's going to turn around and be like, and she was attacking me. Attacking. When did she attack you? Again, somebody with a fragile ego takes being held accountable as I'm being attacked. Excuse me? Now, what I don't rate Juliet for was that she ended up being very cold with him. She ended up being kind of rude, kind of mean, and he calls her out on that too. And I'm like, okay, I get that you don't like the man romantically, but you don't have to be mean now. You don't have to do that. But I understand why you want to leave, because no. Joel, no. It's time for the friends and family to show up for the OG couples, starting with Scott and Gia. Gia walked straight into a grilling. And where is Scott? Not defending Gia.
Do you find that Gia drinks more than what you want to drink?
How is it going to work on the outside doing long distance?
Do you want Scotty to be like a full-blown father figure? Is Gia a better version of your ex?
What's going on? They came in with a bit of an agenda. If you want to be controversial, I'll give it back because that's what I'm like. I feel like I'm a wife. I don't think you can compare because I would never start an OnlyFans.
So you are a better version.
Getting fired at as
You're
usual.
not getting fired at.
Look, I think he's just a sarcastic person, I think.
Yeah. I was like,
That's what I'm saying. Don't try not to take it to heart.
The friends were coming with a little bit of energy, and I'm like, okay, well, hold on. This you're doing a bit much now. I don't think that this conversation required this vim, but I don't think that they were attacking her, right? Gia's gonna get very defensive, and she's gonna say, I'm better than the ex because I'm a wife. Well, you're not a wife. That's number one. And number two, this man just called you his girlfriend. Like, Scott had just said, yeah, I see her like as my girlfriend. I think he said, I asked her to be my girlfriend, and she said yes, and they're so excited. But all of a sudden she feels like she's superior to the ex because, oh, she's a wife. She realizes that she's actually very pissed off at Scott because as the friends are digging into her, Scott's not coming to her defense. And I was thinking, well, neither did your mom and your best friend. Like, nobody was really, going to bat for you. So if you're going to be mad at anybody, be mad at all three of them, in all honesty. So Scott had said, listen, my friend is a wind-up, so I don't even take him seriously. And it seems like that's what Gia's best friend and mom think as well. They're like, whatever, we know that he's just trying to rile you up. Like, it's not even anything to be serious about. But it's very telling that Gia got defensive by the questions that the friend was asking. There's something there. Beck and Danny's family shows up, and they are also curious if Danny did say what everybody's saying he said.
On the outside world, I'd want to be with someone like you that looks like you.
Oh,
Is that true?
Complete lie.
It didn't happen?
Never happened.
How do we know it didn't happen?
I've got no reason to lie. I've been honest with Beck about things I like. Never actually had someone flat out just lie about me like that.
I don't believe that it's true.
That's good enough for me.
Danny says, I never said that I would be interested in Gia on the outside, that I would rather be with her, that I like her. I never said nothing of the sort. So they are deciding to take his word for it, right? Beck says, listen, my behavior is, deplorable, but I'm doing it because I'm angry. And everybody's like, oh, we understand that you're angry, but sorry, no. Can we address the root of the matter here? This girl needs therapy. This girl is severely insecure, okay? She's very hurt. And she's taking all that hurt on other people who, quite frankly, don't deserve it. I would rather the family be like, okay, well, why do you feel like you're getting so angry, so agitated, and you're lashing out in this way? And what can we do as your support system to help you? Because this isn't good. If we don't address the root issue, this behavior is just going to continue. And Beck keeps saying, oh, no, this isn't me in the real world. You slipped into this, not you, so easily, though. If this was so far out of your character, it should have taken way more to push you to this point. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know about you, Beck. The good thing is her dad said her behavior was unacceptable. So it's not like he is making excuses for how she's acting. It's clear that this girl has a lot of healing to do. She has open wounds. And unfortunately, when you have open wounds, you are bleeding on everybody around you, girl. And that's not fair. Out of the blue, Gia has left the premises. And we're like, hold on. What's going on?
Where are you going?
I'm going.
There was a memory photo of myself and my ex and popped up. Pretty much how it went down was, you need to delete those photos or I'm out. I've got nothing to hide. Gia pretty much gave me the ultimatum, so if you don't delete them, I'm out. And Gia's just walked out.
Yeah, come on, Scott. That would piss me off too. That would piss me off too, because what do you mean you have a picture of your ex in your phone and you don't want to delete it because, oh, it's a memory? Keep that memory in here. Why does it have to be in your phone? Why is it so important to you to keep this photo of you and your ex? If in fact it means nothing to you, like you're saying, like, oh, our relationship like is literally nothing, this means nothing, then you shouldn't be so precious about the picture. Yeah, sometimes Gia be doing too much, but I'm with her on this one. Yeah, I'm leaving. So we'll see what's going on there. I wouldn't be shocked if a story comes out that this man was actually with the girl the whole time, or he had been texting the girl during the process or something like that, because you can't be so precious about a picture of you and your ex if there's really nothing going on. Don't buy it for 1 second. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.